So Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal, the one that just got COVID-19, apparently she's a foreign spy, and the FBI even knows about it. The FBI doesn't really worry themselves about foreign spies much, but the CIA does. And when I criticize the CIA for running what I call illegal intelligence operations on American soil, a lot of the people at the CIA think we have to run illegal intelligence operations on American soil because the FBI doesn't do its job. And we're the ones that actually worry about foreign spies. So I feel like a lot of people are actually worried about Pramila. So that's not what I'm making this video about. What I'm actually making this video about is Joe Biden's speech. He's given in the background. You can't see him. He's fuzzy back there. He just gave a speech on his COVID-19 stimulus. And his stimulus, he says, we're going to create millions of manufacturing jobs in the United States. And we are going to build massive amounts of infrastructure, like roads and stuff like that. We're going to put people to work building roads. And he says, I will always tell you the truth. I will never lie to you. I am an honest person. So Joe Biden is convinced that COVID-19 is, we're going to put it behind us. We got the vaccines ready. It's done. From what I hear, there's another mutation of COVID-19 out in Japan, and it's got, like 12 variations in the spike protein. I can't remember if it's 11 or 12. That's when you get worried about whether or not vaccines are going to work, is when there are a lot of variations in the spike protein. And apparently antibody therapy is not going to work very well against it. And apparently we have some problems with COVID-19 because we've had a massive amount of spread. And I think probably one of the reasons that it spread so much is because we got people like Joe Biden, whose solution for the inauguration problem isn't a green screen and a stage that makes the Capitol look so freaking cool, because I could have the Capitol behind me while I'm getting sworn in a movie studio. So for me, it's not going to be such a beautiful experience for me, because it's not about me. And like I'm talking about, if I was getting sworn in to be president, it wouldn't be about me. It'd be about the country. And so if I got sworn in a movie studio where it's not pretty where I'm getting sworn in, but it's pretty for everyone that watches it, I can make it way more beautiful than if I was sworn in publicly on the floor, on the steps of the Capitol. I could have the coolest looking Capitol building, because I could still get sworn in on the steps of the Capitol, but then I could have the sky be like crazy, like Vincent van Gogh meets like future computer graphics, and I could have all sorts of crazy things going on in the sky while I'm getting sworn in. I could have a crowd that's any type of crowd I want. I could do all sorts of awesome things. But his solution is, let's bring 20,000 troops to protect Washington, D.C., or to protect the president, or the future president, who was Joe Biden involved with blackmailing Donald Trump to control his appointments. I just talked to a lady today who she saw me mailing out letters. I've mailed out letters to all the chiefs of police, or like over 200 chiefs of police, from the top 200 biggest police departments, to like, I've mailed them to like 85 or 86 sheriffs from the biggest counties in the United States. I've mailed Department of Homeland Security people, DEA, ATF, FBI people, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Well, I'm mailing evidence that the government censored me, and that the government committed election fraud." And she was like, "Oh, well, a lot of us around here are ready to fight with Trump." And I was like, "Oh, that's good." Yeah, she's like, and then she kept saying, "God bless you," over and over again. "God bless you, God bless you." Like, yeah, this isn't about Trump. Just like the inauguration shouldn't be about Biden. Just like that speech he just gave shouldn't have been a political speech. That speech he gave should have been a practical speech, and the practical speech should say, I'm going to be honest with you, the stock market's fraudulent right now. The Fed is buying tons of stocks. They're printing money and buying stocks. They have created this massive backstop in the short-term lending market. that is allowing these companies to have fraudulent valuations, and that's why we have record-breaking levels in the stock market when it's not actually record-breaking. And let's be honest, that's not very fair. It's not fair to give people free money just because they're rich, just because you want the stock market to look successful, and that's what we're doing right now. But the reality is, Joe Biden's plan is bad for the environment and it's bad for COVID-19. So I don't understand how a stimulus is like that. What I've talked about is my stimulus would be, we're gonna all go on food stamps, and I'm gonna protect you so that you can't get kicked out of your home. And we are all quarantining for 2 months, and we are gonna be, pardon the use of the word Nazi, but we're gonna be Nazis about grocery stores, and we are gonna close everything, and we are gonna destroy a lot of businesses. And you know what? Businesses can start over again. But we are gonna accept that our economy is gonna be screwed because we're gonna choose our survival over the economy. But the reality is there are people like my older brother who thinks COVID-19 is bullshit. He thinks it's a lie. And it's like, well, then why are so many people dying from it? Well, it's because you're stupid. Pardon me, my brother is a very, very stupid man. Like, he's actually a dumb person. Like, he is someone that, like, he should have been an ambulance chasing lawyer. Like, he's that guy. Like, he's a kind of a dirty salesman, honestly. It's just the way he is. But he's very friendly, so everyone likes him. But then, like, he's not a very trustworthy person. People like me who are honest, people don't like him. People don't want you to tell them the truth. Joe Biden, he doesn't tell the truth, and that tends to be the reason that people like him, because he's not telling the truth. The truth is that Moderna just recently said that COVID-19 is going to be around forever, and that it's going to be like the flu, and they're going to have to constantly come out with new vaccines, constantly. And that's the reality of the situation that we've reached. We're going to have a lot of trouble beating COVID-19. I also read that like a very large percentage of people that get COVID-19, no matter how severe it is, have permanent lung damage. And no one's talking about that. So I think that we're all in a world where Joe Biden, I will always tell you the truth. He's not telling the truth. What he's telling you is that he's going to go give a bunch of money to the people that bribed him during his presidential campaign. That's his plan. He's going to go give money to whoever gave him money, whoever has a relationship with him, whoever supported him. So that's kind of how politics works. Like, whoever Pfizer's been bribing him enough, Pfizer's going to be who gets a lot of money. And I don't think he's actually fighting for the American people. I think he's keeping things secret. And the last person in the world that's going to be able to actually handle a response to COVID-19 from a public relations perspective is Joe Biden, because he's so boring. He does not have a very dynamic personality. He does not keep your attention. All he does is repeat talking points that are the same talking points that I have heard a million freaking times. We're gonna stop giving money to people that are shipping their jobs overseas, or to businesses that are shipping jobs overseas. And yeah, well, guess who your donors are? Just saying. All right, so yeah. The economy's screwed right now. It's like actually screwed. Like, this is really bad.